Let's go to meteorologist Dirk Verdorn. It's Friday and into the weekend. It's good.
Friday. We've got a nice Delta breeze blowing, and if you can kind of make it out here in the background, we're with our Sutter Health Park sky camera looking across the Tower Bridge, but behind it, look at this. We have some low cloud cover out there. So that's the marine layer that's blowing in this morning because of that nice onshore breeze. 59 degrees currently in Fairfield, 59 in Sacramento, low 60s elsewhere through the valley, 68 degrees currently in Auburn, and Fairfield currently a 24-mile-an-hour wind. That's that onshore breeze that we call a Delta breeze as it makes its way through the Delta Valley Planner. Sunny skies though as we go through the day. Temperatures warming into the 90s. Forecast high for downtown Sacramento is 93 degrees this afternoon. How about for the foothills? Sunny skies and temperatures pushing into the upper 80s with temperatures again like around Auburn. We could get up to around 88 degrees. In Lake Tahoe, we're looking at temperatures that will steadily be warming into the 70s, and we should see those temperatures peaking through the afternoon in the mid 70s with mostly sunny skies. We may see a few fair weather clouds here and there, but we're looking at again temperatures ranging 75, 76 degrees is kind of what we're expecting today. But there's a little bit of a cool down and also an increasing chance for some showers and thunderstorms in the Sierra. We'll have more details about all that coming up. But right now, let's go ahead and see how traffic is moving this morning with Brian Hickey.
And on the freeways, it's moving along just fine. Dirk, we've got no issues on Highway 50 or Interstate 80. Couple of surface street incidents, minor fender benders, nothing that'll cause any major delays for you this morning through 5 and 99 coming up out of Elk Grove. No delays there, and out across the causeway looking good on Interstate 80 as you make your way towards Davis. Looking through Stockton, incident free here, and Highway 4, no issues there. 80 heading off toward the Bay Area is going to be a 14-minute ride between Vacaville and Fairfield. Westbound 205, 19-minute ride there, and westbound 580, 205 to 680 over the Altamont Pass at 27 minutes. Here in Sacramento, Highway 50 is a 10-minute ride out of Rancho Cordova down to 99. Interstate 80, Roseville to the Split at 9 minutes, and 5 and 99 both equal at 11 minutes out of Elk Grove. Back to you.
All right, Brian, thank you. New this morning, for the second time this week, there has been a late night shooting incident in the downtown Commons area. This time around, it happened in that tunnel that connects downtown Commons to Old Sac. Police had a pedestrian tunnel blocked off overnight. It all began after police got a call about shots being fired. Dispatchers tell KCRA3 one person was shot and taken to the hospital, and officers did take one person into custody. They have not said what led up to the shooting or if the person shot and the person that was arrested knew each other or not. Now, all this happened just a few days after that major incident on top of the parking garage next to the Macy's store, where police shot and killed a man who was on top of the garage, waving a gun around and pointing it at police. Both incidents are under investigation, however, by Sacramento PD.
Well, the Highway Patrol is investigating a crash that killed a pedestrian in Sacramento County. It happened last night on Elkhorn Boulevard out near Rio Linda Boulevard, and it's not too far from Rio Linda High School. The CHP says that a driver hit and killed a man who was in the street, and then that driver drove away. Officers say that they're now trying to find a silver sedan. CHP says that the second crash happened a short time later. A driver who swerved to avoid the man crashed, nearly hitting a nearby house. The driver went to the hospital in critical condition. Also new this morning, a car crashed into 3 vehicles in Midtown Sacramento. This one happened around 3 a.m. right around 12th and F Streets. Police are investigating this as a possible DUI crash.
New this morning, Fairfield police arrested a man in Sacramento believed to be responsible for the disappearance and murder of a Fairfield woman. Late last night, officers announced the arrest of this man, 45-year-old Mark Randall. Last month, police issued a warrant for Randall, accusing him of the disappearance of his ex-girlfriend, Erica Brown. She was reported missing August 25th. They say through their investigation, they believe Brown is dead. They say they still have not found her.
Live look now at the state capitol. This is from our Skycam 3 network. Quiet now, but it sure was a busy place even into the early morning hours as lawmakers are trying to beat the deadline to get bills to the governor's desk.
KCRA3's Aaron Heff joins us now with a look at what made the governor's desk.
Good morning. Good morning. Adjourning just before 1 this morning, the California legislature's bill deadline has officially come and gone. Lawmakers overnight sent proposals to the governor's desk, 3 of which specifically benefit workers from across the state. One that would raise the minimum wage of healthcare workers to $25 an hour over the next several years. Another to raise the minimum wage of fast food workers to $20 by next April. April, and a third proposal which gives workers who are striking access to unemployment. Lawmakers also okayed Governor Newsom's push to change mental health care services and approve a $6.3 billion bond to provide housing for those who are severely mentally ill and homeless. These changes do come with some concern from lawmakers on how the raise in pay for healthcare workers could impact hospitals and the cost of care for Californians here. Coming up next in the next half hour, we'll take a look at what didn't make the cut at the Capitol overnight. Deirdre.
All right, thank you. Governor Newsom has until October 14th to sign or veto proposed laws. We do have a large bill watch list online with some other measures that are on his desk.
The Dry Creek Joint Elementary School District has become the second area district to pass a controversial parent notification policy. Several hundred people turned out for the trustees meeting in Roseville last night, with about 50 speaking during public comment. A board voted to pass the change, and it was unanimous. It will require now parents be notified if a child requests to be identified as a gender other than their biological sex, use a new name, or a different pronoun. The comments were split on both sides.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, the kids' safety is, I think, should be the school's #1 priority. School board, district office, all the way down and all the way up to the state. To protect these kids.
We really want parents to be notified of very important mental and health things that are going on with their students, and we feel that teachers keeping secrets is not good for kids, it's not good for families, it's not good for teachers.
The president of the Board of Trustees said that there would need to be some follow-up action before formal implementation of that policy. After months of failed negotiations, the United Auto Workers Union is on strike this morning, and it is the first time in the union's 88-year history where workers have walked out on all big three American automakers. KCRA 3's Amy Lou has more now on what it means for the industry and also the economy.
Well, the strike has huge implications for the industry, which makes up about 3% of the total U.S. economy. Overnight, the deadline to reach a deal expired. Some 13,000 auto workers in Ohio, Missouri, and Michigan walked off the job. The union is demanding wage increases, restoring cost of living pay raises, ending wage tiers, a 32-hour work week, and restoring pensions for hires, among other things. But companies Ford, GM, and Stellantis argue the expensive demands would hamper their transition from fossil fuel to electric cars. Detroit area Representative Rashida Tlaib among those on the picket lines overnight, with more support from members of Congress expected today. While back in Washington, President Biden recently encouraged all parties to keep negotiating, but with an even larger strike involving all 146,000 members possible, planned talks today are off the table.
They could double our wages and they could not raise the price of vehicles and they would still make billions of dollars. It's a lie like everything else that comes out of their mouth.
We can't run our business that way. So that's why we have put all these offers on the table, but we haven't heard really anything back of substance.
With no production and no clear timeline of when a deal can be reached, dealers say they could run low on inventory and may be forced to up the prices on their cars. In Washington, I'm Amy Lou, KCRA 3 News.
Workers are striking at 3 plants currently. The GM plant in Wentzville, Missouri, a Stellantis plant, they make Jeeps, by the way, in Toledo, Ohio. The Wrangler, Gladiator, both of those are made there. And then a Ford plant in Wayne, Michigan.